Asterisk, the Grave Whisperer. Part 1, The Cemetery of Echoes Asterisk. Asterisk Scene 1. The dare asterisk the night was colder than usual. Asterisk the air hung heavy with the faint smell of rain and metal, the kind that always came before a storm. A half-moon shone above the small town of Ravenhill, its pale light glinting over the endless rows of crosses and marble headstones that stretched across the St. Vincent's Cemetery, the oldest graveyard in the state of Maine. Asterisk. Ethan Carter pulled his jacket tighter around his shoulders as he and his two friends, Ryan and Mia, stood at the rusted gates of the cemetery. Asterisk greater than. Come on, Ethan. You said you weren't scared, Ryan smirked, holding up his phone's flashlight. Asterisk, this place has stories, man. People say the dead still whisper here. Asterisk, Ethan forced a laugh. He wasn't scared, at least. That's what he told himself. Asterisk, he was known around school as the brave one, the one who'd take any dare, no matter how reckless. But tonight felt different. The silence behind those iron bars felt alive, like something was waiting. Asterisk, Mia shivered. Asterisk greater than let's just go home. It's Halloween Eve, okay? We've done enough stupid dares this month. Asterisk Ryan ignored her, pulling out a folded old map he'd bought from a local antique store earlier that day. The map was yellowed, the ink faded, and on it, the cemetery was marked with strange symbols. Asterisk at the center, in red ink, someone had written, Asterisk the Whisperer's Tomb. Asterisk Ethan frowned. Asterisk greater than you got this from the old shop on 9th Street. The one that smells like dust and dead things. Asterisk yeah, Ryan said with a grin. The owner told me this map leads to the original graves from the 1700s. Soldiers, priests. Maybe even the founder of Ravenhill. Asterisk, and what's the Whisperer? Mia asked quietly. Asterisk, no one knows, Ryan replied. But they say, if you walk the whole cemetery at midnight without stopping, the Whisperer will appear. He doesn't speak. He listens. Asterisk, the wind howled suddenly, slamming the gate open with a metallic screech. Asterisk, Ethan felt his stomach twist, but he couldn't back down now. Asterisk greater than fine, he said. I'll do it. Alone. I'll walk the whole cemetery. Asterisk Ryan's grin faded. Alone, dude, you don't have to. Asterisk, there's a dare. Ethan cut him off. Wait here. I'll record everything. Asterisk, he stepped through the gates. Asterisk, the iron creaked behind him, closing shut with a sound that echoed through the empty field of graves. Asterisk seemed to. Among the dead, asterisk, the cemetery stretched like a labyrinth. Asterisk, gravel crunched beneath Ethan's boots as he moved past rows of moss-covered headstones. Names long forgotten were etched into the stone. Eleanor Shaw, 1823 to 1847. Asterisk Isaac Turner, 1791 to 1830. Asterisk each name felt like a whisper, a memory trapped in stone. Asterisk he turned on his phone's flashlight, but the beam flickered. Asterisk the battery had been full. Asterisk now it showed 63%. Asterisk he ignored it and started recording. Asterisk greater than okay. It's 11:52 p.m. He spoke into the camera. This is Ethan Carter, doing the Whisperer's dare. If I don't come back, tell my mom I at least went viral. Asterisk he laughed nervously, but it came out hollow. Asterisk as he walked deeper, the wind grew still. The sound of his footsteps echoed unnaturally loud, bouncing off invisible walls. The air grew colder, sharp, like ice under the skin. Asterisk then he heard it. Asterisk a faint voice. Asterisk greater than Ethan. Asterisk he froze. The sound was barely audible, but it came from somewhere close, behind one of the old mausoleums. Asterisk he swung the light around. Nothing. Asterisk just rows of old graves and the skeletal outline of trees. Asterisk he tried to shake it off. Probably the wind, he whispered to himself. Asterisk, but then his phone vibrated. Asterisk new message. Unknown number asterisk greater than keep walking. Asterisk his chest tightened. He looked around. No one. Ryan and Mia were far outside the gates. He couldn't even see their flashlights anymore. Asterisk he typed back quickly. Asterisk greater than who is this? Asterisk no reply. Asterisk he tried to switch to the camera app. But the screen glitched. Static lines. Black flashes. And for half a second, he thought he saw a figure behind him in the reflection. Tall, thin, standing between two graves. Asterisk when he turned around, nothing. Asterisk scene 3. The Whisperer's tomb. Asterisk midnight. Asterisk the phone clock hit 12 a.m. exactly as Ethan reached the center of the cemetery. Asterisk there it was, a marble tomb, cracked and overgrown with vines. The name had almost faded away, but he could still read the first word. Asterisk Whisperer. Asterisk the stone door was slightly ajar. Asterisk he aimed his flashlight into the darkness, but it barely reached the back wall. The air inside looked thicker, almost moving. Asterisk greater than okay, he whispered, forcing a smile for the camera. End of the line. Whisperer's tomb. Guess I win. Asterisk, and then he heard it again, closer this time. Asterisk greater than Ethan. Asterisk his breath caught. Asterisk the voice wasn't echoing. It was right behind him. Asterisk he turned, the flashlight flickered. Asterisk and standing a few feet away was a man. Asterisk or what used to be a man. Asterisk tall, dressed in torn black clothes. His face, pale and blurred, like smoke taking shape. And where his mouth should have been, there was only a deep crack, stretching ear to ear. Asterisk Ethan stumbled backward, nearly dropping his phone. Asterisk who are you? Asterisk the figure tilted its head slowly. When it spoke, its voice wasn't sound, it was inside his mind. Asterisk greater than you came to listen. Now you'll never stop hearing. Asterisk the air went heavy. Ethan screamed as the tomb behind him opened wider, black mist swirling out like ink in water. Hands, gray, cold, dead hands, reached out and dragged him inside. Asterisk the camera fell to the ground, still recording. Asterisk on the screen. For a few seconds, you could hear Ethan's last words. Asterisk Ryan. Don't come here. Asterisk then. Silence. Asterisk only the wind, and the faint whisper of a voice repeating. Asterisk. The Grave Whisperer. Part 2. The message asterisk. Asterisk scene 1. The lost signal asterisk it had been 24 hours since Ethan vanished. Asterisk police searched the St. Vincent Cemetery, but found only his phone. Half buried in the mud, screen shattered. Camera still recording. Asterisk the video stopped at 12:03 a.m. Asterisk Ryan sat on his porch, staring at the fog creeping down the empty street. The cold November air cut through his hoodie, but he didn't move. His phone lay in his hand, open to Ethan's last message. Asterisk Ryan. Don't come here. Asterisk that was all, no context. No sound after that. Asterisk he'd watched the video 100 times, trying to see something, a shadow, a clue, anything. Asterisk but every time, just before the screen went black, he thought he heard it, a faint whisper. Asterisk greater than listen. Asterisk Mia showed up at his door, her eyes red from crying. Asterisk the police think he ran off. She said bitterly, but you saw that video, Ryan. You saw what I saw. Asterisk yeah. He muttered. Something took him. Asterisk she hesitated, pulling a small device from her bag. A metallic box with wires and blinking blue lights. Asterisk greater than Ethan's EVP recorder. The spirit machine. It was in his backpack. Asterisk Ryan frowned. Asterisk greater than that thing. You think it actually works? Asterisk it was picking up voices. Before he disappeared, she whispered. I saw the data logs. There are hundreds of signals saved in it, all from last night. Asterisk Ryan swallowed hard. You played them? Asterisk Mia nodded slowly. Asterisk her voice shook. Asterisk one of them said your name. Asterisk scene 2. The first playback asterisk they sat in Ryan's basement. Lights off. Only the recorder's blue LED glowing faintly in the dark. The house was silent except for the low hum of the refrigerator upstairs. Asterisk Mia pressed play. Asterisk static hissed, like old radio snow. Asterisk then, a voice, asterisk soft, broken, whispering, asterisk greater than Ryan. Asterisk Ryan froze. Asterisk greater than that's Ethan. That's his voice. Asterisk wait, Mia whispered. Listen to the rest. Asterisk another layer of sound followed, a faint echo under the main recording. Deeper, distorted. Asterisk greater than he belongs to us now. Asterisk the static grew louder, almost angry. The blue light blinked faster, until the recorder shut off completely. Asterisk Ryan stood up fast. Asterisk greater than no way. That's fake. It's interference. Asterisk Ryan, Mia said, trembling. It said your name. And Ethan's phone? It called me at 3 a.m. last night. There was no voice. Just breathing. Asterisk Ryan's phone buzzed. Asterisk he looked down. Unknown number. Asterisk St. Vincent Cemetery. 0.3 miles away. Asterisk greater than who's texting you? Mia asked. Asterisk Ryan didn't answer. The message changed before his eyes. Asterisk now it said, asterisk come listen. Asterisk scene 3. Back to the cemetery. Asterisk they drove in silence. Asterisk the road to St. Vincent's was empty. Fog rolling over the asphalt like smoke. Asterisk the cemetery gates stood open, the same way they'd been when Ethan vanished. Asterisk Ryan parked the car and turned off the engine. The headlights faded, leaving only moonlight and shadows. Asterisk Mia clutched the recorder in her hand like a weapon. Asterisk if we see anything, we leave. Promise me, she whispered. Asterisk promise, Ryan said. Asterisk but deep down, both of them knew. Neither would leave without finding Ethan. Asterisk they stepped inside. Asterisk the grass was wet with dew. The air was thick and unmoving, as if time itself had stopped here. Asterisk they passed headstones older than the country itself, their names erased by centuries of rain. Asterisk then, click. Asterisk the recorder turned on by itself. Asterisk the light blinked blue, then red. Asterisk a new voice spoke, low, clear, calm. Asterisk greater than welcome back, Ryan. Asterisk Mia dropped the device. It hit the ground, still glowing. Asterisk Ryan's breath turned to mist. Asterisk greater than. That's not Ethan's voice, he whispered. Asterisk. No, said Mia. It's the same one from the recording, the one that said he belongs to us. Asterisk the sound shifted, becoming almost human, like multiple voices speaking together through one throat. Asterisk greater than he listened. Now it's your turn. Asterisk scene 4. The returning whisper. Asterisk a bell rang in the distance, slow, metallic, ancient. Asterisk but there was no church anywhere near this place. Asterisk Ryan's flashlight flickered. Asterisk the beam caught something moving between the graves, a shadow darting from cross to cross. Asterisk. Who's there? He shouted. Asterisk no answer, only the faint hiss of wind. Asterisk then Mia screamed. Asterisk Ethan's phone was lying on a tombstone in front of them, the screen glowing faintly. Asterisk Ryan picked it up, his hands shaking. Asterisk the wallpaper was changed. Asterisk it wasn't Ethan's face anymore. It was a still image from his own living room. Asterisk greater than Ryan, Mia whispered. That's your house. Asterisk he opened the photo. It expanded, and suddenly, a sound began playing from the speakers. Asterisk breathing. Asterisk then, a whisper, right into his ear. Asterisk greater than behind you. Asterisk Ryan spun around. Asterisk nothing. Asterisk he looked back, but Mia was gone. Asterisk her flashlight lay on the ground, still shining, the beam shaking slightly, as if something had brushed against it. Asterisk Mia, Ryan called. This isn't funny. Asterisk no answer. Asterisk only the wind. Asterisk he picked up the recorder. It blinked red again. Asterisk this time. It played by itself. Asterisk greater than you shouldn't have come back. Ryan. He's still listening. Asterisk Ryan turned toward the sound. Asterisk and there, between two gravestones. He saw him. Asterisk Ethan. Asterisk standing still. Asterisk head tilted. Asterisk eyes open, but hollow, glowing faint blue like the recorder light. Asterisk Ethan? Ryan whispered. Asterisk Ethan smiled faintly, but his lips didn't move. The voice came from everywhere at once. Asterisk greater than you hear them now too, don't you? Asterisk Ryan dropped the recorder. Asterisk the whisper spread. One voice became many. Asterisk thousands of soft, cold voices rising from the ground. Asterisk greater than listen. 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 Asterisk the earth began to move, the graves trembling, soil cracking, pale hands pushed through the dirt. The dead were waking. Asterisk Ryan screamed, and the screen on Ethan's phone flashed one final message before it shut down. The Grave Whisperer, Part 3. The Whisperers Return. Asterisk Scene 1. The Empty Grave. Asterisk the sun had barely risen over Ravenhill when the police finally left St. Vincent Cemetery. The earth was cold, gray fog clinging to the tombstones. Ethan's phone lay in the mud, half buried, still flickering on the cracked screen. Asterisk Ryan returned that morning, alone. His hoodie was soaked from dew, and his eyes were hollow. He had tried to convince himself the disappearance was just a prank, but every instinct screamed otherwise. Asterisk he knelt by the Whisperer's tomb. The door was still slightly ajar. Asterisk greater than Ethan. He whispered, "Where are you?" Asterisk the wind moved through the broken marble like voices brushing his skin. He couldn't see anyone, but the hairs on his neck stood straight. Asterisk suddenly, the phone lit up. A new message. Asterisk greater than I'm here. Listening. Asterisk Ryan's hand trembled. He looked around. No one was there. Asterisk seemed to. The EVP signal. Asterisk Mia arrived shortly after, carrying Ethan's recorder. She had stayed up all night analyzing the hundreds of EVP files, trying to make sense of the distorted whispers. Asterisk greater than Ryan. You have to listen. The whisperer isn't gone, she said, handing him the small metallic device. Asterisk they sat between two headstones. The recorder's lead blinked blue as static hissed through the speakers. Asterisk then the faintest voice emerged, barely human. Asterisk greater than Ethan. Here forever. Asterisk Ryan froze. The voice repeated, now layered with dozens of echoes, overlapping until it was impossible to distinguish words. Asterisk it's not him. It's something else, Mia whispered. Asterisk the recorder vibrated violently. The blue light turned red. Ryan dropped it. The whispers escalated, voices calling names from the town, long dead, trapped inside the cemetery. Asterisk greater than it. The whisperer? Ryan breathed. He's still here. Asterisk scene 3. The shadow in the fog. Asterisk the fog thickened, rolling over the graves like crawling fingers. Asterisk Ryan and Mia turned to leave, but the iron gate slammed shut. They ran toward it, but the fog was alive. Shapes moved within it, twisting, reaching. Asterisk greater than Ryan. Listen, a voice hissed behind them. Asterisk they spun. Between the graves stood a figure, tall and thin, face obscured by shadow. Its movements were slow, deliberate, almost gliding. Asterisk greater than the whisperer. Mia whispered, "It's real." Asterisk the figure raised a hand. The air vibrated with static, a sound that pierced their ears and minds simultaneously. Ryan clutched his head. Asterisk it's calling him. He stammered. Asterisk then, a pale blue light erupted from the whisperer's chest. Faces appeared in it, Ethan's among them, screaming, whispering, crying. Asterisk he. Wants you to join, the voice said inside Ryan's head. Asterisk scene 4. The descent into the tomb asterisk. Despite the fear, Ryan felt himself moving forward. The Whisperer's presence was magnetic. Mia tried to pull him back, but he stepped through the fog into the center of the cemetery. The Whisperer's tomb asterisk. The marble door groaned as it opened wider. Inside, the air was thick, smelling of earth and decay. The walls seemed to breathe. Asterisk. The recorder glowed on the ground, and Ryan picked it up. The whispers became clear. Asterisk. Ethan. Ryan. You are the signal now. Asterisk. Suddenly, the tomb filled with shadowy hands, reaching from the walls, the floor, the ceiling. Ryan dropped to his knees. Asterisk. Greater than I won't listen, he screamed. Asterisk. But the Whisperer's voice wasn't a threat. It was inside his skull. Asterisk. Greater than you cannot escape. Once heard, you belong. Asterisk. The hands grabbed him, cold, unyielding, pulling him into the blackness. Mia screamed as the tomb closed behind him. Asterisk scene 5. The signal activated. Asterisk. Outside, the fog began moving beyond the cemetery. Phones vibrated, radios buzzed, televisions flickered. The Whisperer's influence wasn't contained anymore. Asterisk. Mia stumbled out, crying, clutching the recorder. She replayed the files. For the first time, she noticed a strange pattern. Asterisk. Every whisper, every signal from the tomb was forming a frequency, one that could escape the cemetery. Asterisk. Greater than its spreading, she whispered. Through everything, the Whisperer can reach anyone who listens. Asterisk. In the distance, a faint echo sounded. Asterisk. Greater than Ryan. Listen. Asterisk. And far above, the half moon shone coldly over St. Vincent's Cemetery. Asterisk scene 6. The ominous end. Asterisk. The sun rose fully, but the air remained thick with the scent of iron and rain. The town of Ravenhill went about its day, unaware. Asterisk. But anyone who dared to speak of the Whispers felt it immediately. A subtle hum in their ears, a faint shadow at the corner of their vision. Asterisk. Ethan's fate had already become the town's curse. Asterisk. The Whisperer was awake. Asterisk. And anyone who listened would never forget. Asterisk. The Grave Whisperer. Part 4. The Keeper of the Dead. Asterisk scene 1. The return. Below. Asterisk. There was no he. RT beat. Asterisk. No sound. Asterisk. Only the slow pulse of the ground beneath him, like the earth itself was breathing. Asterisk. Ethan opened his eyes. Asterisk. The world around him glowed gray, soft, and endless. The sky looked like old glass, cracked and rippling with faint light. Asterisk. Graves floated above black water. Asterisk. And in the center of it all stood a church, broken, upside down, its bell ringing without wind. Asterisk. He rose to his feet, dazed. Asterisk. The last thing he remembered was the Keeper's voice. Asterisk. Greater than you built the doorway. Now it stays open. Asterisk. Ethan looked down. His clothes were torn, his skin pale, faintly glowing. Asterisk. Around his wrist, the symbol burned, carved deep, pulsing like a heartbeat. Asterisk. Then he saw him. Asterisk. Standing near the church gates, tall and still, the Keeper. Asterisk. A man cloaked in black, face hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat, his presence bending the air around him. Asterisk. His shadow didn't touch the ground. Asterisk. Where am I? Ethan whispered. Asterisk. The Keeper turned slowly, his voice echoing through the hollow sky. Asterisk. Greater than you are beneath the place you called holy. Asterisk. You are where every whisper goes. Asterisk scene 2. The Keeper's truth. Asterisk. Ethan staggered closer, trembling. Asterisk. Why me? What do you want from me? Asterisk. The Keeper smiled faintly, revealing eyes as pale as ash. Asterisk. Greater than you wanted to hear them. You wanted to prove the dead could speak. You built a machine to listen, and they answered. Asterisk. He stepped forward. Asterisk. With each step, the ground rippled, as if the graves themselves were reacting to his presence. Asterisk greater than you, Ethan Cole, are not new. You are the echo of the one who came before, the boy who promised to listen forever, and broke that promise. Asterisk Ethan shook his head. Asterisk greater than now. That wasn't me. Asterisk you carry his face, his voice, his memory. When he died, the earth kept his sound, and now it speaks through you. Asterisk Ethan fell to his knees, covering his ears. Asterisk, but the voices came anyway. Hundreds of whispers overlapping, crying, laughing, calling his name. Asterisk greater than Ethan. Listen, stay. Asterisk he screamed. Make it stop. Asterisk the keeper knelt in front of him. Asterisk greater than you opened the frequency. Child, you tuned into death itself. There's no stopping the signal now. Asterisk he raised a long, bony hand, touching Ethan's forehead. Asterisk the world shuddered into sound, flashes of memory. Graves opening, Ryan and Mia screaming, the first Ethan's death. Asterisk the first one built the machine. You perfected it, the keeper whispered. Now you will become it. Asterisk scene 3. The chamber of echoes. Asterisk the church doors opened on their own. Asterisk inside. The walls were made of names, every soul buried in St. Vincent's carved into bone. Asterisk the altar was replaced by an ancient radio, humming softly, wires reaching into the ground like roots. Asterisk Ethan stared, horrified. Asterisk the radio pulsed with a heartbeat rhythm. Thump, thump, thump. Asterisk the keeper gestured. Asterisk greater than that's the heart of the cemetery, the frequency that keeps the dead awake. Asterisk Ethan took a step back. Asterisk greater than you're keeping them trapped. Asterisk no, the keeper said softly. You are. Asterisk the radio light flickered. Asterisk the whispers grew louder, until individual voices became clear. Asterisk Ryan. Asterisk Mia. Asterisk they were calling him. Asterisk greater than Ethan. Help us. Asterisk he rushed forward, grabbing the radio. Let them go. Asterisk the keeper tilted his head. Asterisk if I do, the gate closes, and you go with it. Asterisk Ethan froze. Asterisk what happens to me? Asterisk you'll fade. No one will remember you existed, but they will rest. Asterisk Ethan looked at the glowing heart, trembling. Asterisk greater than that. That's what you want. Asterisk no, the keeper said. That's what you were meant to finish. Asterisk Ethan looked down at his hands. Asterisk they were becoming translucent, fading into mist. Asterisk am I already dead? Asterisk the keeper smiled faintly. Asterisk you've been dead for 40 years. Asterisk scene 4. The choice. Asterisk the church bell tolled, slow and hollow. Asterisk outside. The ground began to shake. Asterisk graves opened. The voices rose in one deafening cry. Asterisk listen. Listen, listen. Asterisk Ethan stepped toward the altar. The radio light turned red, angry, alive. Asterisk he heard Ryan scream again. Asterisk then Mia's last breath. Asterisk greater than set us free. Asterisk tears rolled down his cheeks. Asterisk he reached for the dial on the radio. Asterisk the keeper stood behind him, silent. Asterisk greater than once you turn it off, said the keeper. You'll never wake again. Asterisk Ethan nodded slowly. Asterisk greater than then maybe that's the point. Asterisk he turned the dial. Asterisk the sound exploded, a storm of whispers, a flood of light. Asterisk the cemetery trembled as every grave released its final breath. Asterisk for one moment. There was peace, true silence. Asterisk the keeper lowered his head. Asterisk greater than well done. Child. Asterisk the church began to collapse. Asterisk the radio melted into dust. Asterisk Ethan's body shimmered, his voice fading with the wind. Asterisk greater than tell them I listened. Asterisk and then nothing. Asterisk scene 5. The aftermath. Asterisk weeks later. The cemetery was reopened. Asterisk the fog was gone. Asterisk no whispers. No cold air. Asterisk the grass grew green for the first time in decades. Asterisk but one grave was new. Asterisk Ethan Cole. He heard them all. Asterisk Father Jeremiah stood quietly before it, crossing himself. Asterisk greater than may you rest now. Boy. Asterisk he turned to leave, but as he reached the gate, he heard it. Asterisk a faint sound. Asterisk a soft hum. Asterisk he looked back. Asterisk the spirit recorder, the one Ethan built, lay half buried in the grass, its light blinking faint blue. Asterisk then a voice, quiet as breath. Asterisk the grave whisperer. Part 5. The church beneath the sea. Asterisk scene 1. The sound that never died. Asterisk it began with a signal. Asterisk low, faint. Asterisk a whisper buried deep in static, barely audible, yet unmistakably human. Asterisk listening. Asterisk miles away from St. Vincent's Cemetery, inside a coastal town called New Haven. A young documentary filmmaker named Laura Keene stared at her old recorder. Asterisk the light blinked blue. Once every 3 seconds. Asterisk she frowned. This thing's been dead for years, she muttered. Asterisk but then she heard it again. Asterisk greater than can you hear me? Asterisk she froze. Asterisk the voice wasn't coming from her mic. It was coming from inside the recorder. Asterisk a man's voice, distant, broken by static. Asterisk they're still here, under the church. Asterisk Laura's blood ran cold. Asterisk that was the same phrase from a missing person file she'd read years ago. A man named Ethan Cole vanished in 1985 while recording EVP signals in St. Vincent's Cemetery. Asterisk she opened her laptop, pulling up an old photo. Asterisk Ethan standing beside an ancient church, his hand resting on the recorder. Asterisk same model, same scratches, same blinking blue light. Asterisk this isn't possible, Laura whispered. Asterisk the signal cracked again, louder this time. Asterisk greater than find. The keeper. Asterisk scene 2. Back to St. Vincent's. Asterisk the cemetery gates creaked open after 30 years of silence. Asterisk the sea wind howled across the tombstones, carrying the smell of salt and rust. Asterisk Laura stepped inside, her flashlight slicing through the fog. Asterisk each beam of light revealed graves older than memory. Crosses tilted, names eroded, moss-like skin. Asterisk she spoke into her camera. Asterisk greater than this is Laura Keene, documenting site entry at 11:48 p.m. Asterisk local legend says this cemetery was sealed after an incident in the 1980s, involving a sound experiment gone wrong. Asterisk tonight, we find out what really happened. Asterisk the recorder in her hand beeped once. Asterisk then again. Asterisk closer. Asterisk she froze. Asterisk the voice was faint, male, Athens. Asterisk greater than under. The sea. Asterisk Laura shivered. Under the sea. What the hell does that mean? Asterisk she turned toward the cliff. Asterisk at the edge of the graveyard, where the old church once stood. Waves crashed violently below, and there, half buried in rock and seaweed, was a stone archway leading down. Asterisk scene 3. The descent. Asterisk Laura switched on her headlamp and crawled into the archway. Asterisk the tunnel sloped down sharply, water dripping from the ceiling like tears. Asterisk symbols lined the stone, spirals, crosses, and a strange sigil identical to the one burned into Ethan's wrist. Asterisk the further she went, the louder the whispers became. Asterisk welcome back. Asterisk she carries his echo. Asterisk the keeper watches. Asterisk she raised her camera. Who's there? Asterisk no answer. Only the sound of waves pounding above. Asterisk then she saw it. A massive wooden door, carved with the words, Asterisk Sanctum Maris, the church beneath the sea. Asterisk Laura pushed it open. Asterisk inside was an inverted cathedral. Asterisk pews floated in dark water. Candles burned upside down, their flames sinking instead of rising. Asterisk and in the center, An altar made of black stone, pulsing like a living heart. Asterisk greater than Ethan. She whispered. What did you find? Asterisk the recorder clicked again. Asterisk greater than don't touch. The heart. Asterisk. Asterisk scene 4. The heart of the church. Asterisk ignoring the warning. Laura approached the altar. Asterisk it throbbed faintly. Each pulse matching her heartbeat. Asterisk when she laid a hand on it. The world turned inside out. Asterisk flashes of memory. Asterisk Ethan screaming. The keeper rising. Asterisk the radio exploding. Asterisk and then darkness beneath the waves. Where the dead still whispered. Asterisk she gasped and stumbled back. Her flashlight flickering. Asterisk behind her. Water began to rise from the cracks, black and thick. Like oil. Asterisk then she saw him. Asterisk the keeper. Asterisk standing knee-deep in the rising tide. Cloak billowing like smoke. Eyes like two holes cut into reality. Asterisk greater than you came to finish his work, he said. Asterisk no. Laura whispered, shaking. I came to find the truth. Asterisk truth is the first lie the living tell themselves. Asterisk he stepped closer. Asterisk greater than he freed the cemetery. But the sea never sleeps. Asterisk the water reached her waist. Asterisk the walls groaned, whispering Ethan's name again and again. Asterisk she pointed the camera at the keeper. What are you? Asterisk greater than the echo of every drowned prayer. He said softly, and now, yours. Asterisk the altar cracked open. Asterisk a hand, pale, skeletal, rose from within, reaching for her. Asterisk Laura screamed and dropped the camera. Asterisk the screen flashed, signal found. Asterisk scene 5, the last recording. Asterisk days later. A fishing crew near New Haven found a waterproof camera washed ashore. Asterisk inside, footage of the tunnel, the church, and Laura's last terrified face. Asterisk but in the background, a man's voice. Asterisk greater than she listened to. Asterisk the local police declared it a hoax. Asterisk the footage went viral online, labeled the sea church haunting. Asterisk but those who listened closely claimed that if you slowed down the audio, just before the feed ended, you could hear one final line. Asterisk the grave whisperer. Part 6, the return of the keeper. Asterisk scene 1. The sound returns. Asterisk the first sound came at midnight. Asterisk a soft hum that drifted through the streets of New Haven. Low, steady, almost like breathing. Asterisk dogs began to bark. Radios turned on by themselves. Asterisk and in one quiet apartment. A podcaster named Marcus Vale woke up to find his studio glowing blue. Asterisk he frowned. What the hell? Asterisk he tapped the mic. No response. Asterisk then the light blinked twice, and a voice whispered through the speakers. Asterisk greater than listening. Asterisk Marcus froze. He knew that voice from a viral clip years ago. Asterisk Laura Keene, the missing documentarian. Asterisk greater than who's there? Asterisk they're coming. From the sea. Asterisk then static. Asterisk Marcus leaned back, heart pounding. Asterisk he didn't know it yet. But that was the exact moment the line between the living and the dead vanished. Asterisk scene 2. The town that listened. Asterisk by dawn. Every electronic in New Haven was alive. Asterisk TVs without power turned on. Asterisk phones buzzed with unread voicemails from unknown numbers. Asterisk and everyone carried the same message. Asterisk. The keeper walks. Asterisk Marcus rushed outside. Asterisk the sky was a dull gray. Waves crashing violently against the cliffs. Asterisk and far out at sea. Lightning struck in a perfect circle. Asterisk a massive black figure stood in the storm, cloak billowing. UNMOVING. Asterisk the keeper. Asterisk people began collapsing, clutching their ears. Asterisk whispers flooded the air. Thousands of voices all speaking at once. Asterisk greater than you heard us once. Now you'll hear us forever. Asterisk Marcus covered his head, running toward the church ruins. Asterisk the fog thickened, and shadows moved within it, outlines of faces. Lost souls trying to crawl into the living world. Asterisk scene 3. The signal spreads asterisk inside the ruins. The ground trembled. Asterisk the same old altar, rebuilt from Siroc, stood at the center, pulsing like a giant speaker. Asterisk the signal was back. Asterisk Marcus pointed his recorder toward it. Asterisk greater than this is Marcus Vale, documenting what looks like a seismic. Asterisk the air split open. Asterisk a flash of light, blue and white. And then, a figure stepped out. Asterisk Laura Keene. Asterisk her eyes glowed faintly, her voice layered with echoes. Asterisk greater than he's inside the frequency. You have to close it before it spreads. Asterisk Marcus shouted over the noise. Asterisk how? Asterisk greater than you need to play it backward, Laura said. Reverse the sound. That's how he trapped them before. Asterisk she looked toward the sea. Asterisk he's not bound anymore. He's hunting for a new host. Asterisk then she looked at Marcus. Asterisk greater than he's coming for you. Asterisk scene 4. The keeper's arrival. Asterisk the church doors exploded inward, and there he was. Asterisk the keeper, fully formed, his cloak made of shadow and dust. Asterisk his voice rolled like thunder. Asterisk greater than you built the bridge. I only crossed it. Asterisk Marcus fell to his knees. What do you want? Asterisk greater than silence, the keeper said. True silence, and you. Keep waking them up. Asterisk he raised a hand. Asterisk all the graves outside began to open, skeletons twitching, whispers screaming. Asterisk greater than you will be my voice now. Asterisk Laura stepped between them, shouting. Asterisk greater than you can't take him. He's not like Ethan. Asterisk the keeper paused. Asterisk greater than no. He said softly. He's louder. Asterisk Marcus recorder began to float, spinning in midair, feeding on the static. Asterisk he grabbed it and screamed. You want silence? Then listen to this. Asterisk he slammed the button. Reverse playback. Asterisk. Scene 5, the final frequency. Asterisk the sound that followed wasn't human. Asterisk it was deep. A crushing reverse hum that tore through air and water. Asterisk the keeper screamed, his cloak ripping apart like smoke and wind. Asterisk every grave shuddered. Asterisk every voice screamed. Asterisk stop. You'll kill us all. Laura shouted. Asterisk, but Marcus didn't stop. Asterisk the light from the recorder turned white, flooding the entire church. Asterisk the sea froze mid-wave. Asterisk the fog reversed, pulled backward, sucked into the machine like it was swallowing time itself. Asterisk and then silence. Asterisk Marcus fell to the ground, breathing hard. Asterisk the recorder lay beside him, its light finally dead. Asterisk no keeper, no whispers. Asterisk just calm. Asterisk scene 6, the last transmission. Asterisk 3 weeks later. Asterisk news outlets called it the silent storm. Asterisk the town recovered, though no one could explain why all audio equipment stopped working for a full day. Asterisk Marcus never spoke again. Asterisk his voice was gone, completely. Asterisk but every night, at exactly midnight, the old church radio tower lights up. Asterisk, and if you stand close enough, you can hear one faint whisper through the static.